What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Shimmer Fantasy Battle Reports. Got another battle report for today. It is the road to the U.S. Masters, round number 1. Guys, what is going on? It's your boy James. So, I went to Masters. I saw some interesting sites going to Detroit, and I got some battle reports for you. Now, before we went to Masters, Andrew Ratman decided from Team USA decided to come down to Chicago, play some games at Fergus's house. I came down with Amanda and I got a couple games in. Now, I got there late. Fergus is fucking crazy. I'm gonna put this out there right now. Fergus is fucking crazy. He says, "Hey, would you guys like to come play some games of Ninth Age?" Now, that sounds like an open invitation. You know what? I have to work usually on the weekends. But you know what? I could, leave work a little bit early, head over to Fergus's, and enjoy some nice, relaxing games. Whenever Fergus says you want to come over his house to play Ninth Age, he really means let me send you an email with bullet points that I expect you to read on the types of games that we're going to play. We're going to play 3 games starting at 8 in the fucking morning. Fergus, I don't live that close to you, man. I live like an hour and a half. You know how far it is because you live that far to the dojo. But I live far as hell. This motherfucker always wants to start the games at 8 in the morning. What the fuck, Fergus? Sleep in. It's the fucking weekend. All right. Now, granted, we're both getting to be old men, so I understand that he probably goes to sleep at an early bedtime. But, anyways, I digress. Um, so I show up around noon. Now they already ordered food. They already had a couple games. They already have this little mini tournament going on who's fighting who and whatever. It was really good to see Ian. Ian is actually in my Dungeons and Dragons group going on right now currently. So it's kind of good to see him in person. I play usually on Roll20, and also we ended up I ended up getting my game against Andrew. Now, Andrew's playing a borrowed Lizardman army, a Saurian Ancients army. He is testing out a list. Now, granted, this is early Saurian Ancient rules. They actually have redacted a couple of these rules and changed points cost and everything like that currently, but I believe some of these broken ass Lizardman rules still exist. Now, I'm going to be very upfront with you. The first game is a very fast game, so I'm actually just going to record both this game and the next game all in the same video. I'm trying to remember what happens. The pictures kind of help. But let's go over this really quick. This is my matchup against Andrew Ratman. I got the Flaming Swords, I got the Cinder Cloaks, I got Scorching Salvo, and a Pyro Flow. Got the Rod of Battle onto my Wizard. Now, we're looking at here is, I want to say that's like the engine of the ancients. The Triceratops in the middle that's just kind of floating by itself. That is a Saurian Carnosaur, Alpha Carnosaur. He has a block of Lizardmen there. He has a block of the Riders, the Raptor Riders. I want to say that's a big brick of Raptor Riders as well. The one that he's pointing at right there. Over on the left, he has his, I want to say they're Temple Guard. Again, I'm actually very bad about that. The one primed unit is actually his BSB. I do know that. But, like I said, this is going to be very nasty, very fast. That's another Alpha Carnosaur right there. And he has a Pterodactyl. Pterodactyl! Anyways, I go ahead and I deploy this. We're playing Dawn Assault. I go ahead and I put... I don't want to deal with that side of the building, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of use my chaff early on. I have Ruckus on to the left. I have my K-Pack. I have the 28 Feral Orc Ed Bashers. I got I have the BGKs in a forest, my general in the back behind Crom just in case he has any shenanigans, as well as my common goblins with bows down behind the savages. Trolls off to the right, and I want to say, I don't remember who's on the right flank. Koopa. Koopa's on the right flank. Thank you. Thank you, picture of Koopa. As well as 20 more common goblins with bows. I took first turn. We're playing Hold the Center. We're playing Dawn Assault. Basically, he gave me this side. I gave him the opposite side. So I go ahead and I Vanguard up. I move up. And I basically block my Savages from being Frenzy Baited. Also, if he decides to take a big, long charge, I could just flee behind my Savages and no harm, no foul. Right? And I'll have whatever that ability is for freaking Light Troop unit. Fade Flight. Excuse me. So I'm just figuring that off. All right. Magic don't really have what phase it is, but we're gonna go ahead and do a fireball, and I end up doing. He has these fucking jungle swarms. Now he has these jungle swarms, and Ratman does this to me every fucking game. Every game I've played with him in the last like 4 or 5 games, he has these swarms that always annoy Koopa. So I'm just figuring I'm gonna try to burn these. Currently, these guys have regen. In this game, they have regen. I don't know if they still have regen, but I think for swarms they have poison and regen. That is a little ridiculous. A little ridiculous. You know what my swarms have? You know what grotlings have? Nothing. They have absolutely fucking nothing. People are like, what do they do? They have poison? No. What do they do? They have regen? No. They have nothing. They're butt naked ass little tiny baby goblins that somebody has put out there to go get smashed by everything. Literally, they do nothing. Anyway, so these swarms take 4 wounds from a fireball. Go ahead and do a scorching salvo. Try to pop off more of these swarms. Kill off one. Shooting into them, I end up killing off another one. And that's it. It's gonna start off turn one. Turn one. Saurian Ancient. Saurian Ancient's turn one. He moves that big brick of, I want to say, their temple guard right in front of my Goblin Wolf Riders. Now he does this, and it sets me up for a very interesting scenario here. I go ahead, and, as you can see, the trolls are trying to hold things back on the right side with Crom, and we'll see how that goes. Over on the left side, his pterodactyl is coming over to my side over here, and it's going to start annoying my K-Pack, annoying Ruckus, annoying everything in the background. That's actually a character on a freaking pterodactyl. He does have some camo skinks hiding behind my dice right over there. Yeah, let's go into shooting. I think magic. He had no magic. He had no magic in his list. So shooting, he ends up shooting the pterodactyl and the camos into Ruckus, doing 4 wounds. 4 wounds into Ruckus. All right. Actually, was it 4? It might have just been 1. I think it was 1 wound. I'm sorry. I just looking at those 4 skulls there, and it was really just 1. All right. Like I said, this is going to be a very fast game. We're going to go into turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. And prep your ears because I want to wog! I wog, and I charge in. Now I charge in Ruckus over here to the Temple Guard. I charge Crom into the Temple Guard, but since my Wolf Riders are in the way, I'm just like, haha, I'm just going to leave them there as is, right? My Trolls do see the flank of that Saurian Warlord up there, so I'm sorry, Alpha Carnosaur, sorry. Alpha Carnosaur. So I'm gonna charge into there with the trolls. I charge the K-Pack into the other guy. Let's see. This is all my big shit. All my big shit. I'm gonna charge in everywhere. All the things, right? I'm gonna kill all the motherfucking things. Koopa charges a long charge into his Raptor Riders. I think that's the only one I fail. The trolls going boom. Crom, Ruckus, the Thunder Twins, man, fucking twin towers there. They're 2 tons of fun. That's what it is. And then my K-Pack, boom. Everybody goes in, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, ah, ha, 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 ha. This might be going great, right? And then Koopa's failed his fat fucking charge. Oh well. Go ahead and I get Cinder Cloaks up onto this unit here. I'm really just trying to get off their flaming swords, but he doesn't bite. Go ahead and I get Rod of Battle here. He doesn't bite. He stops my flaming sword shooting. I'm going to shoot into his fucking swarms, kill off more swarms. Shoot into these Raptor Riders with Strength 3 shooting, and I end up killing off 3 of them. 3! Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, impact hits. All right, I'm expecting, this is Alpha Carnosaur. Was it like T6? T6. I mean, how many wounds does it have? 6, 7, roughly, right? I could do 6 or 7 wounds with 3d6 plus 3 impact hits. 3d6 plus 3. So I'm looking for, on average, I want to say I roll like 13. I mean, 10 plus the 3 is 13. 13. Looking for 5s, that's half, that's less than 7. But if I get hot, it's more than 7. If I get hot, it's more than 7, okay? I rolled a fucking 5. A 5 on the impact hits. I think I do a wound. And so he goes back. I fail my fear. He attacks me. He does like 3 to 4 wounds. He multiplies it, D3 wounds each. He fucking wipes out my K-Pack. Wipes him out. With the fact that I have Gift of the Green Flame up. Or I'm sorry, Gift of the Green Flame. The fucking Cinder's Cloak's up. Cinder Cloaks was up. And I fucking just ripped it through with that goddamn Alpha Carnosaur. Motherfucker. God damn it. Over here. Got Rod of Battle up. Alright, I'm going to swing away. Now, granted, trolls are slower than Alpha Carnosaur, so he kills off one of my trolls. Just kills one off straight up, right? I go ahead and I attack back with my Rod of Battle. I don't do a goddamn single wound. Not a goddamn single wound. Now, if you look at the way I am with the trolls right now, there's no way for Crom to overrun into the past the trolls, and I actually do pop that unit with Ruckus and Crom. Pop the unit overrun this way, so that's basically why you see Crom just sitting by himself. But the trolls get their ass kicked. I couldn't make a fucking regen save for the life of me. Trolls get their ass kicked. I don't think I might have done a wound to his alpha. I might have, but these guys are running away, and it's gonna start off his turn. Turn 2, he charges the alpha into my BSB block. He gets in. He charges my trolls, gets the trolls out of the way, and this guy charges into. I think he charged into Crom. I think he charged into Crom, and he just straight up murdered Crom. Yeah, he did. Wow. Wow. He actually ran into, I want to say, Ruckus, and then overran into Crom, and then somebody else charged into Crom to get fucking Crom out of there. Yeah. At this point, I think we call the game. His unit did rally, the one that was running away from Ruckus and Crom. If I did, or I think I did kill him. I think I did kill them, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Trolls are running. K-Pack's dead. Ruckus, Crom are dead. All I got is some savages. My BSB is dead. We call the game there. 2 Alpha Carnosaurs. 2. Yeah. Anyways, comment down below if you guys think I should be taking War Machines or something to just deal with these Alpha Carnosaurs, because that was fucked up. I don't know what to do. I don't understand. Like, I thought I had a very sound plan. You know, K-Pack putting some wounds on. Even if I didn't kill the Alpha with K-Pack wounds, I would hope that I do enough wounds to injure him. You know what I mean? I did have Koopa, but Koopa was stuck by swarms at this point, and everything else is dead. Okay, so yeah, I call the game there. Let's go into the next game. Next game! That wasn't even that long, man. That was less than 10 minutes. Next game I got against Fergus. Fergus goes ahead and gets Druidism, Fountain of Youth. He deploys like this. Now, he has a Pyromaster on the red dragon there. He has a blue dragon. His whole dragon theme army going on here. He has a giant brick of spears. I don't think they're Sea Guard. I think they're actually just spears with the big helmet in the middle. And then on the left, he has his Flame Wardens. He really loves these Flame Wardens. They're actually a very defensive unit, to be fair. He has one unit of Lane Reavers. He has his archers back there. I want to say these are Queen's Guard, not just archers. He has a Reaper. I think he has a third Reaper somewhere. And yeah, we're playing, I think, the same deployment. Still hold the center, because I think that might have been the first round of Masters, or I was just lazy. It could have been either one. It could be Encircle though. It kind of looks Encircle-ish, where I have a big flank on the right and then a small center. So that's exactly what it looks like. All right, got Koopa on the flank. I have the wolves on the right. If he wants to come for the wolves, again, I don't care. I'll flee, or I'll just give him a charge. I don't really care. Koopa, I would flee, because I would rather him get stuck on Koopa or the trolls. K-Pack in the center, but as he deployed, I think he deployed everything to be farther away. Doesn't really matter. I think I'm just trying to get, I'm just avoiding getting my general shot by Reapers. Go ahead and since it's hold the center, I put both Goblins in the center of the thing, and I put the Savages on the left flank, not going for the center, but going for murdering shit on the flank. I put as you can tell, I put all my shooting, all of it, in the center just to shoot the shit out of Elves. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot the shit out of Elves. Alright, turn 1. Trying to see what he did. It was his turn 1. He got a 3 on the Flux. Goes ahead and he does a Silver Spike onto Koopa, does 2 wounds. He gets a Favor of My Ladies off. And, yeah, that's about it. Turn 1. I don't think he moved much as part of it. Over on the left, I did hide Ruckus and Crom. Ruckus and Crom just coming up the flank. This is a actual normal move for me, I notice. Going up that left flank, like, ha ha ha, get out of your line of sight of your big break. Over on the right side, Koopa said, bring it. I don't give a flying fuck. Now, I want to say the small dragon is a Phoenix, you know, Phoenix, and then the big dragon, which I did explain to Fergus to kind of paint it to look like the He-Man. What was that called? Battle Cat. Um, which he is following. There's a couple things that I every time I see Fergus, I kind of give him painting tips if he wants them. I don't know. He can do whatever he wants, really. Um, but yeah, there's. I'm looking at that. There's some things I would do different, and I know Fergus will call me out on it. He's like, "I watched your video, James, and you said you'd do some things different, but just choices that I would make." Um, anyways, yeah. So that's his. I want to say his alchemy dragon, and then his phoenix. Koopa's not really scared of them. I basically show that. The trolls are backing up Koopa if he does get into a fight with Koopa, and then I basically am going to shoot the shit out of his elves. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Magic got an 8 on the flux. Go ahead and I do a fireball. Do 1 wound onto his reaper. End up doing the blaze onto his giant uh, dragon here. Does a wound. Go ahead and I do the enveloping embers. It goes off, killing off a couple of these guys here. The spear block. Spear block did have a lot more. They had a unit filler that was holding up like at least 8 spots. So I want to say that was at least 12 dead. Actually, 8, 9, 10 dead. 10 dead. Okay. Blaze goes into the freaking Phoenix, or not the Phoenix, the Fiery Heart Dragon gets another wound off. These guys are going to shoot into his Lane Reavers, do 4 wounds, causes him to flee. And it looks like I just picked them off with probably the wolves. And that's how the table looks. It's going to start off turn 2, Highborn Elves. Highborn Elves turn 2, he flees away from Koopa. He's scared shitless of Koopa. He's like, nope, nope, nope. If he had full wounds, maybe, but the fact that he took 2 wounds from damage, he's like, he's just going to back up and try to cast spells. His Phoenix, I want to say, is being a little fiery fuck over on the right side, just hiding away from Koopa. But Koopa don't give a flying fuck. Yeah, there it is. All right. Over here, he faces Crom, expecting Crom and Ruckus to charge in. Magic, he gets a 2 on the flux, gets a flaming sword up onto his Queen's Guard. Now, this is kind of nasty. If this is just archers, it's less nasty, but if it's Queen's Guard, ugh. He shoots into the K-Pack. I thought he was going to shoot into the trolls, but he shoots into the K-Pack, and he does 5 wounds into the K-Pack. Doesn't cause panic, and that's really all he did with his shooting. It doesn't look like he killed anything into Koopa or the trolls. Let's go into turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. I charge into the... who is sitting there? I charge into the Fiery Phoenix guy, and he fails a terror check. Causes him to overrun off the table, or flee off the table, causing a panic onto that bolt thrower. Okay. Now, Koopa cannot redirect. I think I need like a boxcar charge to get into his archers, and I'm in the flank if I do, but whatever. I'll just try it. He expected me to charge with Ruckus and Crom, and what I did was I just had Crom run around the flank, like going into the runes. But I don't really care. Like I said, there's no hurry for me to get in, and basically what it does is it does allow me to start grabbing the center objective with all these archers. And he really can't get the center objective without risking getting rear and flank charged by Ruckus and Crom. So, yeah. I'm just going to do that. K-Pack go back, retreat into the woods. I don't really need them on the right side. They're just going to get shot for another turn. And basically my BGKs are going to start shooting and burning everything in the middle of the table. Magic can get a 5 in the flux. Go ahead and I do a fireball into his Reaper. Only do 1 more wound in that. Go ahead and I do a 2d6 fireball into his Spearman. And I'm just starting to pick through his Spearman. Shooting. I shoot into the Spearman. Killing off a couple more. And it's going to start off turn 2. Or Highborn Elves. Highborn Elves turn 2. He does not charge. He decides to start doing the shuffle to face Crom. And in all fairness, all I gotta do is pass a march check and keep walking around him. At this point, I already know I'm gonna take the objective. He's not pushing forward. He has no way to push forward at the moment. He is so far back on that table edge. He's playing too defensively. So, yeah, that's how the table looks. Magic, he gets a 5 in the flux, goes ahead and he does favor my ladies here. They shoot into my dogs, kill my dogs off. And, yeah, let's go start off turn 3, Orcs and Goblins. Guys, you get 1 video with 2 wogs. On the 3, 2, 1. Wog! I'm going to wog in, and I'm going to move Koopa over here. I might have charged into his bolt thrower. I might have. It was his bolt thrower there. Let me see what it is. It was there. Okay, so Koopa charges into his bolt thrower, his Reaper over there, gets in. Now, I give the trolls up where they're basically facing archers and giving the rear up to a phoenix. I don't really care. My general can charge over if he wishes. Um, but he does have a -1 penalty to shoot my general, even though he has volley fire because he is not the same size as my trolls. I do walk around with Crom and Ruckus. I just kind of like annoy Fergus, and I really do get under Fergus's skin during these games, which I find hilarious. It's a really funny game when Fergus gets annoyed. But I just walk around him, and I start teasing him the fact that he's trying to dance when I literally have two guys who are two fat people who my 2 tons of fun who are made to dance. All right, my savages start coming up because why not? I am not scared of spearmen, and neither should nor should I be. So I do, and I'm just gonna take the objective with I think one of the archer units. I go ahead and I move the K pack like so. So if he does charge into the flank of my trolls, I could, or the rear of my trolls, my K pack could just charge into the phoenix, pop the phoenix. Okay, that's how the table looks. It's upside down on my side, but you'll see it good. Doesn't look like much happened in magic shooting. I'm going to go ahead and shoot into the spearman. Still continue to pick at wounds at the spearman. Over here, Koopa does take a couple wounds coming in. Kills off the bolt thrower, runs into the phoenix of fire, and it's going to start off turn 4. Highborn Elves. Turn 4 Highborn Elves or turn 3 Highborn Elves. He charges here into my trolls. I didn't expect this. I did not expect this. I'm like, dude, those are archers going into river trolls. 8 river trolls, to be fair. Did not expect it. Okay. I give Fergus a lot more credit than I expected. I think it's because he had favorite Milady's up. He's going to charge the rear with his Phoenix, and that's how the table looks. I don't know what he's doing with his Flame Wardens up there. Alright. He gets in, and that's currently. So what he does is he actually marches beyond what Crom and Ruckus could see, so that way he's not in danger of losing the Flame Wardens to Ruckus and Crom. I don't know if the Savages could see him at all, but at the same token, that unit is not going to be a threat to anybody over there, so that just is what it is. He's not going to lose the unit, but it's not a threat. Right. Magic got a 6 on the flux. Goes ahead and does flavor of Milady's, flavor of love. Onto these guys. Over here, his wizard is gonna get punked by Koopa. Takes 3 wounds, but he does 2 wounds. And I think he sticks on a leadership, whatever it was. BSB is in this unit of archers, so it doesn't really matter. Over here, he's gonna go ahead and lower my weapon skill, lower my strength with his Frost Phoenix, and his favorite Milady's. Is going to basically hold it where I can't do as many wounds. I do whiff on my attack rolls, but he whiffs on his rolls to wound me. And basically what ends up happening here is I think I do a wound onto the Phoenix. I do several wounds into his archers. And he only did 2 wounds back. And what ends up happening is I believe I just stick. I stick out like a leadership 7. And we just call the game there. I think what's about to happen is my general and my K-Pack is about to charge. K-Pack's going to charge the Phoenix, and my general's going to charge into that combat to help out. And it's going to be just kind of over. I want to say his general is inside the unit there, and he's about to get punked. I think his general's a wizard, anyways. Is about to get punked by Zod. It's not even Zod. I'm sorry. It's Warboss Dread. So we just called the game. That's about it. That's where we're at. It was like I said, it was a practice game. I've been stalling to get this game up because I had I had the half game, and I just figured I'd just do it all in one game. I have 5 games coming up for U.S. Masters. Like I said, right now I'm actually in the middle of getting ready to do. We're in a mini tournament. You could actually see the results in New Recruit. Mini tournament for Mexico. Been doing that for the last couple weeks. I'm excited to start getting practice games in for Mexico. I actually am getting the itch to list build. I was a little hesitant on list building And I'm just gonna be upfront with you guys. I was a little hesitant about doing anything game related because the Orc and Goblin book was supposed to come out. It's supposed to come out. It's supposed to come out. What I've heard is that the book has been delayed because of leaks. And since that's the case, I'm just like, well, I guess I'm stuck playing with this book for quite some time, so I might as well get ready for ET motherfucking C in Amsterdam. All right, guys. So I'm still the captain of Team Mexico. I'm still gonna be in Team Mexico, and I will be there shortly. Actually, in Amsterdam, it's not that far away. Right now, it's the end of March. We got April, May, June, and then July. So 4 months. 4 months till we get to Amsterdam. I am going to try to go to Wicked GT as a practice tournament, as a warm up tournament, as well as Buckeye battles. I am going to try to build a better Orc and Goblin list. I do have a new Zod coming out after Masters. You'll start seeing my new Zod. I really, really, really enjoy my new Zod. My new Zod is fun to play with. But I do need to kind of move around on the list. Like I said, there's the issue with the freaking Alpha Carnosaurs. There's also like a character on the Bull on Infernal Dwarves that annoys me. Um, and I'm just trying to figure out ways to handle those big beasties that are just pain in the asses. Koopa could only handle so much, but Koopa is usually a target of many, many things. So I'm gonna just kind of play around with what I have and see what I can afford in points. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. If you guys have any comments or feedback, please leave it down below. And I will get back to you very shortly with the first U.S. Masters game I'm playing. Who did I play round one? Oh, I'm playing Iric. From Canada. Anyways, guys, hope to see you guys there in the next video. Take care and peace.